All right, so check this out. This is going to be talking about doing some surgery to the plants. All right, now if you look at this is my pumpkin vine over here, okay? And as you see, it looks kind of wilted. I have another pumpkin vine over here. If you point the camera over here, you'll see that this pumpkin vine looks nice and perky. You see it? Now the crazy thing is that I've actually done a surgery on this plant already, which I'm going to show you the incision points, okay? And it's got a pumpkin already here forming, as you can see. All right, I've got a pumpkin here forming, but when the plant looks like this, it could be one or two things. It could need water, or there's a vine borer in it. Now I could have taken preventative measures, of course, ahead of time, but I didn't, because I was focused on like so many other things, and I'm out here doing this by myself. But I've actually every year that goes on, of course, is a learning experience, so I've got to take more preventative measures. But what I usually do in a situation like this is I'll lift up the vine, all right, and I'm gonna look for something called hot spots. That's what I call it. And hot spots would be if there's any vine borers that may have leaked in there. Now these are things right here that cause yellowing on the plants, and it's called the these right here are squash bugs, okay, as you see them right here. Now these things right here actually suck the sap of the plant, so they're no good. All right, you want to make sure that you don't have these. That's why I applied diatomaceous earth on the plant. Now there's no hot spots here, of course. My plant is still wilted, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect the plant. Normally the next thing I'll look for is a leaf that looks yellow. So for example, this leaf right here looks yellow. All right, so if you come over here, you can actually walk through this little aisle. What I'm going to do is inspect the actual leaf. What I'm going to do is cut this leaf off and look at it. There's no points where they may have gone in through there. So what I'm going to do is inspect the vine. Now here looks like there may be some hot spots that may have been chewed into. Yeah, look at this. So you see this? These right here, when you see things like this, that means a vine borer has gotten into it. Now what I usually do is I make an incision point into the vine, and then I split it open so that I can find that little vine borer and see where he's at. See, when I see fibrous like this, then that means they're not there. But I do see a bunch of little ones. So if you come close, you could zoom in on here. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of little borers in there. They're baby ones. So this leaf I'm gonna take out. Okay. And of course you want to discard all these things, but I don't see any big vine borers here, but I'm gonna rip open this side. And don't be afraid to do this. Look, you see there's a vine borer right there. You see it? You able to zoom in there? Mm-hmm. Look at that. See these little vine borers? Now this is a small one, but they're usually a lot bigger than this. So you just got to kill them and break them and do whatever you got to do with them. A lot of people are like, they can't kill worms. I can kill worms. I'll do that shit. So, you know, you basically clean out that little point. Now this looks like a serious damage to the plant, but you could do one or two things. You can actually take a little mound and bury it. I don't like to do that, because when I do that, I've had experiences where it rotted and it created a whole heap of problems there to begin with. Now this plant could be infected already with vine borers. You see a little hole here? So I'm gonna cut open into this and find out what's in here. I don't see anything there either, which means it could have gotten into the vine already, but I doubt it, because I would have seen a hole already. But I want to see if I can find the vine borer that's causing this. And it could be other things. Again, it's not just vine borers. We got squash bugs and all that kind of crazy stuff. So what I'm gonna do is make an incision over here like this. And instead of burying it, what I actually do is just apply diatomaceous earth. So this one is pretty fibrous, as you can see, so it's still pretty good. Now this one, apparently I haven't found any serious vine borer damage, which could mean that it just needs water. And if it was the vine borers that was causing that, it would start to perk up the moment I add water. If you did bury this little spot here it would actually develop roots and strengthen the whole plant up, which wouldn't be a bad idea. But I like to apply diatomaceous earth because this is still functional. I already came in here. I didn't see any vine borers at all. Don't be afraid. I mean, these plants are extremely resilient, to be straight up with you. These are zigzag plants. So, and then, yeah, so I don't see anything. The base looks very clear. What you do want to do is inspect to see if you see any squash bugs. If you do, just kill them or take them out. Do whatever you got to do with them. But doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. So what I'm going to do is water it. And what I'm also going to do is show you. Let me see if I find one here, because this one's got a leaf and I don't like the way it looks. So here, they like to get in through the leaves as well. However, I don't see any point of entry. So all these yellowing leaves, you want to make sure you take them out. And the reason why is because they could be the reason why. You see, normally when they've been chewed on, it could be a couple of things. It could be those squash bugs. It could be roly-polies if they ran out of organic matter. Whatever it may be. But I'm 100% sure this plant's going to start perking up again. I don't see any damages of vine borers. If you want to look at the plant overall, you basically look for yellowing leaves, dead leaves and whatnot. This one I'm sure just needs water. These are baby squash bugs, you see that? So you want to get rid of those. Yeah, and I'm going to show you right now the incision points, because this one looks wilted, right? This plant right here, you can stay there and just zoom. You can just stay right there and then just zoom in. This plant right here was completely wilted, okay? Now, if you look over here, you'll see the incision point I made right there. You see it? You get that on camera?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got that right there. There's also another incision point right over here. See that?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another incision point here, and there was a huge one. I don't know if you can basically catch this right here. There was a huge incision point where it looks like it's literally hanging from a thread, right at the base. Okay, like look, you could even still see the whole piece is like literally hanging out. You see that? Yeah, you come on this side. You see this? Look at that. You see how deep I made that incision point? However, since I buried it, it grew some roots underneath, and the plant ended up perking up again. Yesterday I had like a tsunami type of weather condition, so what I do is I basically just see like this right here. You see that? That's basically could be a bug that did that. You see that? So, but it perked up, and I even have a pumpkin already growing on there too as well. But that's about it. Look, it's crazy because as we're talking, I don't know if it's me, but do you see it perking up again? I haven't even added water to it. It's perking up again. Like it's funny because I haven't even added water to this, and I could have sworn this vine was actually a lot more wilted than it was. So, but yeah, that's all I got for now. But that's about it. Don't be afraid to do surgery on your plants. You're actually an observer, a scientist, and a surgeon while you're out here. Okay, so that's it. We'll talk soon.